it's EvVB here and welcome to the EvVB show, where we discuss games concepts, gaming technology and all things related to the gaming industry. If you want to stay up to date with all the things we're discussing, click that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you'll be notified when new videos are available. You can also leave a comment down below because that helps keeps that discussion going for other people to jump in and join us. So without further ado, let's begin. Today's video is going to continue the discussion that I had in the previous video, and if you haven't seen that, click the card above as it would keep this video in context. Now I had a question, and that was a question that I really wanted to raise in the last video, but I'm going to do this now because it relates to the Nintendo Switch Pro. This is based off of what we've seen on the announcement of the Nintendo Switch Lite. So let me just get straight into what I mean. In this video, if you can see right now, you'll see that the president of Nintendo is walking through a section, he's walking through the door and he's talking about all the things that the Nintendo Switch Lite can't do. It doesn't have a dock, so it can't plug onto the TV. It's got things omitted from it from the previous Nintendo Switch. The Joy-Cons don't detach. There were things that they were highlighting, but there was one thing that just jumped out at me. It grabbed my attention straight away. And that was when they turned the box around and showed you on the game box that it now highlights whether the Nintendo Switch Lite is compatible with this game. That's huge, because that kind of sounds like there could be a segregated market. And that leads into the rumors about the Nintendo Switch Pro. Now, I followed many YouTubers, I watched some of the content that they have produced for or against the Nintendo Switch Pro, whether it will be a real thing, whether the Nintendo Switch Mini, will Nintendo even bring out a console while the Nintendo Switch is doing so well? And here we are. Some of these people are like Super Metal Dave 64, who has been persistent that there will be a fork. And this is where post Thanos, the Nintendo Switch hardware universe could actually have a fork in it. So, a fork in the Nintendo Switch universe, could that actually be a thing? Well, let's look at that box. The box is going to highlight whether the Nintendo Switch Lite, a brand new game system, is going to be compatible with the game. That's bold from Nintendo. That really is bold. That's something now that means whenever games are coming out, you now have to look on the box to see if there is 100% compatibility. We know that the Nintendo Switch Mini internally running games is 100% compatible with the core Switch. But some games might not work the way that they were intended because the Nintendo Switch Lite does not have detachable Joy-Cons, doesn't have HD rumble, doesn't have the IR camera for some future games that may have that function. And that is, that is strange, and it's a bold statement, because what it means is Nintendo is going back to their original statement that the Nintendo's next platform of computing will be a family of systems, and maybe a family of systems that target different demographics. Is it going to target kids and portable people who do not want some of those functionality? Maybe they do want that functionality, but these two systems that are on the market cannot produce the functions for that. It makes sense if the Nintendo Switch Pro is purely designed to target that cross compatibility of the next PlayStation and the next Xbox, which, if that is the case, I do not think that the Nintendo Switch Pro will be announced this year. It would have to be announced closer to the time of the rivals, the next PlayStation, the next Xbox. You need to know what kind of hardware you're going to be competing with. And I think that this would be a really good strategy for Nintendo to get those multi-plat games. Now, on the box of these games, it will define whether this is a game you can have. Or, alternatively, since that game system is more targeted at a home console market, it may be that Nintendo will only release those type of big multi-plat games digitally. And again, the Nintendo Switch Lite still has the Switch name even though it doesn't switch. So could the Nintendo Switch Pro actually be a home console? With the portable being 100% portable and the Nintendo Switch being a hybrid of the two, could the Nintendo Switch Pro be a home console? This is something that's something to think about, something to comment on, and let me know in the comment section below if you have that thought process or what you think it could actually mean for the future of the Nintendo hardware. I'm gonna leave you with one thing that I'm a lot of the time thinking about, and that is the supplemental computing device. I still feel like this has a role to play in Nintendo's future endeavors. Whether the Nintendo Switch Pro is not designed directly to meet the needs of PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2 Scarlet, whatever the naming convention is going to be at that point in time when it's released, maybe the Nintendo Switch Pro will target Xbox One performance, knowing that the Xbox One will be supported for maybe 2 or 3 more years. Then you would use the supplemental computing device as a way of bridging the gap between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox 2. But this is a bold new direction for Nintendo to take. It's a challenge that they may just be capable of delivering. What do you think about this discussion? Would you buy a Nintendo Switch Pro after the release of a Nintendo Switch Mini? Are you gonna wait and see if there is a Nintendo Switch Pro?
Welcome to bonus day.
When Nintendo showed that box with the indicator of whether the Nintendo Switch Lite would be compatible with games or not, that was one of those moments where I thought, hold on a second, there's been arguments for almost a year that Nintendo would never segregate its market. And this isn't to say that Nintendo has heavily segregated the market, but it also shows the line of thinking and the strategy that they may employ later or down the road. They are brave enough to say, we're going to give you this. Yes, it may not work with every game, but we will indicate which games it will work for. Again, Super Metal Dave has been saying this for, I guess, the longest amount of time, that the Nintendo Switch Pro will play games that the other Nintendo Switches won't. And now Nintendo has given you a clear lines that they can put on the box of these games, an indicator, indicating to you, the user, that you may not be able to play this game. This game is specifically for Nintendo Switch Pro. Look on the box. There will be indicators explaining to you what compatibility these games are going to have. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Click that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all the things that we're going to be discussing. As always, thank you for watching this video. I'm EvVB and I'm signing out.